Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak is accused of abuse of younger children in court filing. Former RHOA star Kim Zolciak has been accused of psychological abuse in regards to her minor children. She and her estranged husband, Kroy Bierman, share 6 kids, with 2 being in their 20s. So, why has this accusation emerged? Keep reading for more details. In May 2023, Kim Zolciak and her husband of over a decade, Kroy Bierman, filed for divorce. They were in deep debt, and their Georgia mansion was facing foreclosure. Accusations were flung in both directions, but at the end of the day, they did attempt to reconcile. That was short-lived, and they have been battling ever since, with the cops often called to their home. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum wanted her ex to be tested for various illnesses, while he clapped back at her. This was extremely messy, but they finally opted to call the divorce off. Now Kroy has a special request for their 4 minor children, KJ, Cash, Kaya, and Kane. He wants sole custody of their children and maintains that Kim is psychologically abusive. In the doc filed on Friday, August 15th, Kroy made this request after he did not find the current arrangement functional. Every week, each parent has 2 children, and then they swap. Kroy explained that the way things are set up right now is not emotionally conducive or healthy for their kids. There is a noteworthy absence of structure and accountability in Zolciak's home. The split/shared custody arrangement is not in the best interest of the children. Not only does Kroy Bierman want sole custody, but he also wants to be able to make the decisions for the minor kids. Kroy seems to fear Kim Zolciak's instability regarding their 4 and wants what is best, which he believes is with him. Furthermore, he made a point of stating that Kim pawns the kids off on others, so she is not an active parent. Finally, Kroy is convinced that Kim uses manipulation tactics to make them dislike him. According to Kim Zolciak's people, they are vehemently denying any and all allegations. They claim that this is all a false narrative against the RHOA alum. Moreover, Kim states that she has been there for all of their needs, as a parent and someone who offers guidance. Kroy is allegedly just doing this as a press and power move. But Kim is not sitting quietly. Fans and followers are very torn between who is right and wrong. Some truly believe that Kim Zolciak adores her children and would do anything for them. However, many maintain that Kroy Bierman is the better parent. Give that man custody. Kim, focus on yourself. I don't care what anyone says. Kim loves her kids, and it's clear as day she is a great mom. Not Kim loves her kids. 50-50 it's custody. Worry about your household, Kroy. It will be interesting to see how this all plays out. Hopefully, for the sake of the children, there will be an immediate resolution. Do you believe what Kroy has to say, or is this a desperate attempt to expose Kim? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The world of reality television has always been steeped in drama, but every so often, the headlines take a sharp turn from entertainment into something darker, something that leaves even the most seasoned followers stunned. That was the case when, in a bombshell court filing, Kim Zolciak, once celebrated for her over-the-top lifestyle and sharp-witted comebacks on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, was accused of abusing her younger children. The filing was not a rumor whispered across social media or a storyline concocted for television ratings. It was an official document sealed with the weight of the law, and its contents sent shockwaves across both celebrity gossip circuits and the broader public. For a woman who built her empire on glamorous chaos, designer wigs, and an unfiltered persona, the accusations painted a very different picture, one of locked doors, strained relationships, and children caught in the crossfire of a fractured home. The courtroom unveils. When the papers were submitted to Fulton County's family court, the initial language was clinical. Allegations of emotional distress, neglect, and inappropriate discipline. But soon, details leaked. The filings suggested that behind the gilded gates of her mansion, the atmosphere was anything but luxurious. The children, particularly the younger ones, were said to be exposed to verbal tirades that left them trembling. Neighbors who once marveled at the family's extravagant lifestyle recalled the muffled sounds of shouting that sometimes echoed late into the night. One former nanny, who agreed to testify, claimed that the children would cling to her legs, begging not to be left alone. They loved their mom, she admitted, but there were moments when their fear was stronger than their love. The narrative presented in the court documents contrasted harshly with the curated version of life Kim had shown her fans for years. On camera, she was the witty mother, juggling a large brood with laughter and wine. In the filing, however, she was described as overwhelmed, often lashing out, and leaving the youngest children emotionally adrift. Public reaction. News of the allegations spread like wildfire across social media. Longtime fans of Don't Be Tardy and Real Housewives debated furiously. Was Kim a misunderstood mother being smeared in a custody battle, or had her larger-than-life persona masked something far more troubling? Instagram comment sections filled with polarized takes. One fan wrote, "Kim has always been a loving mother. This has to be exaggerated for court leverage." Another countered, "We've all seen how volatile she can be on TV. Imagine what happens when the cameras aren't rolling." Twitter, now X, became a battleground of memes, speculation, and heated arguments. Some pointed to her messy divorce and financial struggles, suggesting the allegations were a weapon in a bitter war with her estranged husband, Kroy Biermann. Others insisted that even the whiff of such claims meant the children needed protection. Inside the Zolciak Biermann household, for years, Kim and Kroy had portrayed their marriage as a fairy tale. He was the doting former NFL player, she the glamorous reality star. Together, they built a sprawling family, mixing biological and adopted children into one seemingly cohesive unit. But cracks had been showing long before the court filing. Financial woes, alleged gambling, and foreclosure rumors had all made headlines. Behind the curtains, stress brewed like a storm. Friends whispered that arguments grew frequent and vicious, often erupting in front of the kids. The court documents painted Kroy not as an aggressor, but as someone desperate to protect the children. He described moments where Kim's frustration boiled into screaming fits that left the kids cowering. On at least one occasion, he alleged, she locked herself away while the younger children cried at her door for comfort. Whether true or twisted, the narrative was clear. The idyllic family brand the couple had monetized was unraveling. Kim's response. Kim, never one to stay silent, quickly clapped back. Through her attorney, she called the allegations outrageous fabrications designed to gain sympathy in a custody dispute. She insisted she was a devoted mother and framed the claims as a desperate ploy by Kroy to wrest full custody away. In a fiery Instagram live session, Kim appeared with her signature blonde mane perfectly coiffed, denying every word of the filing. "Do you honestly think I would ever hurt my babies?" she demanded, her voice wavering between fury and disbelief. "My children are my world. This is nothing but lies meant to destroy me."